Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be listening to me. This is Dave Down Solutions. Mathematics with Jayee. Today, we shall be talking about equation of a line. Equation of a line. What is an equation? Equation is any algebraic statement that has equal sign. I repeat, equation is any algebraic statement that has equal sign. The moment you see an expression that has equal sign, that is an equation. We talk about line. A line is straight, it is continuous, it has infinite number of points. As we are aware, equation of a line is generally denoted y equals to mx plus b. That is how we represent equation of a line generally, where your m is called slope. The slope of that line, we're going to see how slope is calculated later, where b is your intercept. Slope is called a descent. When you are on a mountain and you are coming down, literally, you know what slope is when you are coming down. The intercept is where your line meets or cuts your y-axis. That is what intercept is all about. The first thing we're going to dive into is how do we get this slope? How do we get our slope? That is the first thing we're going to work on. How can I get this slope? Slope can be obtained in three different ways. Today we'll talk about two of them. From the equation of a line given to us, m is the slope. An example is this. If, let's have an example one. If I have y equals to 2x plus 5, we call this slope intercept form. This is what we call slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. So what is our slope? Considering the equation of y equal to mx plus b, some people may use it as c. Wherever there is a constant, it doesn't matter. Consider that we say m is our slope. That shows wherever you are beside your x is your slope. Here now, our m, which is the slope. Our m, which is the slope, is equal to 2. That's your slope. This is our slope y5, which is the constant, is our intercept. 5 is our intercept. That's 5 is our b or c or whatever anybody. That's our intercept. While the other one is our slope. They talk about slope. That's the slope. The intercept is our b. Let's have another example to that question so that we understand what it means. So let's have a second example. If I have y equals to negative 5 plus 3x. Our slope here You will see it doesn't matter where it is arranged. What is important is where your x variable is. So you look at it, that is our slope m. Our m is 3. Our intercept b is -5. But the question is this: is it every time we see it in this simple way? Let's advance our way. For example 3, if you have 2y plus 3x equal to 4, what will be our slope here? What will be our intercept? In this case, you need to write your equation in slope-intercept form, the way your general equation of a line is, which is y equals mx plus b. So meaning that we need to get rid, you need to remove everything around y. So here we have positive 3. There are two things we have around y. Here we have 3x around y. We also have 2 around y. So we need to remove the two of them. We need to remove 3x. We need to remove 2. Most students always find it difficult to remove, probably because of poor algebraic background. And that is one of the reasons I'm coming up with this. Now, what is the first thing to do? The first thing to do is to remove the 3x. You remove everything around y beside the coefficients. So to remove this, since this is addition, it's going to be subtraction. This is addition, positive 3x. It's going to be opposite of it to remove it, because if you had plus 3x, it's going to increase it. So as a result of this, we are going to have negative 3x, negative 3x. So from here, I love doing this. You can do something like this, like partitioning it, bringing a line here to separate so that it's going to be easy for you. Then bring another one here. So you will know this cancel this. This will be 0. So and this will come down. That will be your 2y. And this is going to be 0. You already remove 3x. And I did the same thing to order my right hand side to balance it. Whatever you do to the left, you do it to the right. So now on your left hand side, there is no 3x anymore. It has become 0. 2y is brought back down. Rewrite your right hand side in form of slope-intercept form. X, that will be negative 3x plus 4. So you already remove x. The next thing now is to remove our 2. I told you. So how do we remove 2? Since the bond between 2 and y is multiplicative, I mean, there's a multiplicative bond or multiplication sign between 2 and y. 2y is 2 times y. So to cancel y is going to be the opposite, which is division. Divided by 2. Whatever you do to the left, do it to the right, just like the way of negative 3x and positive 3x. So do it here, that's divided by 2. Do it to every number there. So what do we have? This will cancel this. We know this 2 will cancel this 2, just like your this cancel out this. So what you are left with is y equals to, here now you have negative 3 over 2x plus 2. That's what we have. So we have negative 2x over 2. So our slope now can be obtained here. Can now say our slope m is equal to whatever you have around x, just like I told you all the time, whatever you have around x. So that becomes negative 3 over 2. And your b, which is the intercept, will be equal to 2. Will be equal to 2. So We're going to have another example. I think for understanding, we may not be able to go to the other type next week. We shall be talking about that. Let's see another example. Example 4. So if I have 2x negative 3y is equal to 6. The way they write it is not so important. What is so important is for you to know you must always. I have seen students when you say what is the slope here, and intercept, they will tell you 2 is the slope, and intercept is 6. Forgetting that they need to mirror this equation in your general equation of mx plus c or plus b. You see this one, it's not like that. You need to rewrite it in that format. So what is the first thing? This is your y. There are various ways to do it, but I will not confuse you. I will do it the way we'll be doing it. The first thing, like what I did all the time, let me do it. We need everything around y to be removed. We need to remove this, and we need to remove this negative 3. But remove x part before you go to the one beside y. So what do? This is positive 2x. I've told you it's going to be the opposite sign. If this is positive, to remove it, it's going to be negative y, because we want it to be 0. And whatever you do to the left, do it to the right. So here. So I've told you partition it. That will make it to be easier for you. Partition it. Partition it, yes. We have this. Yes. So we'll be able to, do our calculation. I say, okay, if we partition, now this we cancel. So what are we left with? We are left with negative 3y. I told us, let us write this in slope intercept form. Let your x comes first to make it easier. Negative 2x plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Now we can remove our y. I've told you the bond between, we can remove our 3. The bond between y and negative 3 is multiplication. Anytime you see two numbers, when you use when you use a number and a letter to multiply each other, they bond together. So from now, since multiplicative bond is between y and negative 3, opposite of multiplication is division. So you are going to divide by negative 3. So whatever you do to this side, do it throughout. Like I've said, do it throughout. And now you can see that this will cancel this. You are left with y equals. Wherever you see two signs that are the same, when they are multiplying or dividing, it will cancel out. This is negative and negative, it will cancel. So you are left with 2 over 3x. Negative goes in positive. This is positive and negative. Positive 6, negative 3. Whenever the signs are different, once it is multiplication or division, the answer is going to be the opposite, which is negative. So 3 goes to 6 is 2. I say again, students usually get confused when it comes to this issue of sign. Know that I've treated that in the first lecture of this, or the first series of this lecture. All the signs, we multiplied them, we divided them, we did addition, we did subtraction. So if this is your first time here, go to all my lectures that I've had on the series. Go there. The first one we did addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of numbers and letters, alphanumerics. So you get that. Anytime you are multiplying or dividing, signs that are the same, positive. If they are not the same, negative. That's just it. So here now, our slope m here is wherever you see around your x, which should be 2 over 3, and our intercept b is negative 2. Now, the intercept, briefly, I want to show it. before we go, so that we're going to work on it also later. If you have your graph like this is your y axis, and this is your x axis. Let's assume this is our line of y equal to mx plus b. Now, what is your intercept? Like I was saying, the intercept is where this line cuts your vertical axis of y. So this is your intercept. This is where we call b. So the slope can be obtained also here. We're going to do that. That is your intercept. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I want to appeal to everyone who is new to the platform to subscribe to our channel, and also to tell others to subscribe to us. We appreciate you. We bless God for your life.